Did you know that Cleo and Nefera wear wigs because they're bald? Here, I will explain to you the reason why they're bald. Also, did you know that through the dimensional portals of the animated series of the third generation, they will connect with the first and second generations of Monster High, kicking off the long-awaited crossover between the three generations? Yes, it's happening! And today, we're going to present 3 pieces of evidence confirming that this will take place in the near future. In the description, I'll leave a time frame so you know when in the video we talk about Cleo's baldness. Let's kick off this episode by pushing the boundaries of this franchise with our first evidence, the existence of dimensional portals connecting us to other worlds. It's a fact that in the animated series of the third generation, there's the possibility of entering other realities. In fact, CLAWDEEN's brother was trapped in an unknown dimension, but was rescued when they opened a dimensional portal. This leads us to speculate about the connection between the franchise's universes. The first generation, launched in 2012, would be strongly linked to the second and third generations. This data aligns perfectly with the school's location. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes. Some of the foundations on which this speculation is based are the Easter eggs that appear in Instagram posts, in the Reels, and in the official Monster High account's images. And oh boy, they contain many nods to this speculation. In this scenario, we have Twyla, who is a key character in this hypothesis. Rumour has it that she could be the same girl we've seen in all 3 generations, only her design changes slightly to fit the atmosphere of each story. The crux of the argument is based on multiverse variants. A variant is a subject or object that can exist in another universe with a different personality or appearance, but remains essentially the same character. An example of this can be seen in My Little Pony Equestria Girls, where Twilight Sparkle crosses a mirror and found human variants of her friends. However, she never meets herself until the next part of the story, where we meet a human Sparkle with glasses and nervousness issues, who would be a variant of herself. Something similar is happening in this timeline. This Twyla would be a variant of herself from the first and second generations, as she retains almost the same appearance and unchanged outfit throughout all 3 generations. Just look at these images of her from the 3 generations, and you'll see they are almost identical. The Monster High franchise fueled this theory further by adding a clue in the girl's merchandise that links her to dimensional portals. Her merchandise includes a book called Intro to Talisman, whose cover shows 6 gemstones representing different monsters. This book is crucial, as it suggests that the talisman are essential for activating a portal of immense power located in the catacombs, leading to unique dimensions. This notion gains more weight when they subtly reveal that these talismen could come from Twyla or her family. Second evidence. An extraordinary event took place. There was a traveller who ventured into another universe. Though it may sound crazy, it was something that truly happened. A character from Monster High moved to live in another reality, and this occurred before our very eyes. Chariclo Agathon Cupid was a member of Monster High, but once her mission in that dimension was completed, she returned to her native universe, and then moved to Ever After High. This is a canonical event, and the reason Chariclo entered this world was due to her hiring by Director Grimm, who did not want his students to fall in love with characters outside their tales. This way, similar cases to that of Ashlyn and Hunter would be avoided. If this event took place, why wouldn't the crossover between the 3 generations become a reality? You see how everything easily aligns for this to happen. Keep watching the video, because now we're diving into the peculiar conspiracy about Cleo's hair. This theory encompasses Cleo and Nefera from generations 1, 2, and 3, and revolves around their true appearance. Apparently, our beautiful girls are bald. The worst part is that the data supporting this theory is solid. One thing that characterizes the Monster High franchise is the fact that each monster embodies stereotypes of the culture of the country or place they come from, a fact on which this theory is based. The theory takes us back to ancient Egypt, the homeland of Cleo, as it's well known she is the daughter of Ramesses, an ancient pharaoh, who in the series has 2 daughters attending school, Cleo and Nefera. Given that they're descendants of the pharaoh, these girls have strong Egyptian roots. For this reason, what I'm about to say fits perfectly with them. The traditions of ancient Egypt were unique, involving shaving off all hair. Upon further investigation into these traditions of Egyptian high society, we discovered that they would shave their hair and then turn it into wigs. Right now, images will quickly appear as a reference. If you want to see them more clearly, rewind the video. Shaving off their hair not only allowed them to avoid the unbearable heat of the desert, but it was also a way to maintain a high status in society. This means that Cleo and Nefera wear wigs because they're bald, and their mother would also be bald. Can you believe it? Leave a surprised emoji if you do, and if you don't, comment no. Plus, if you comment, you'll appear in the next video. But the theory doesn't end there. The series nods to this idea in certain episodes, where Cleo's hair becomes slightly relevant. In one episode, Cleo goes bald due to the misuse of a magical amulet. In another, the girl attends a party and suddenly changes her hairstyle, suggesting she simply switched wigs. Third evidence, the location of the monstrous school. We've investigated and discovered that the school's location is a crucial element for the crossover to take place. You're probably eager to know where exactly the school is located, so I'll tell you right away. The educational institution is situated in a hidden dimension. This can be observed when CLAWDEEN first attends the school. In the 3D animated series, the girl finds herself in an unknown part of the forest and encounters an invisible veil separating both worlds. Upon crossing it, she enters into that dimension. In the live-action movie, something similar happens, except this time, instead of an invisible veil she enters through, it's a magical portal that opens up and she enters through it. However, the dimension is only part of the answer, as there is something much more significant that allows the monsters to coexist with other creatures and lead peaceful lives. This is the location where the school was built. This structure was constructed beneath a magical spring that holds great power. Precisely, this factor makes the impossible possible, and this is reflected in all aspects of the third generation series. In such a way that with this spring beneath the school, there must also be something similar in the schools of generations 1 and 2, allowing them to do extraordinary things. It is known that the school of the first generation was built in the human world because from the beginning, humans and monsters coexisted together as civilized beings. However, this friendship was shattered when a human found Draculaura with the red liquid all over her mouth and certain parts of her body. The human thought the monster had unleashed her evil instinct, triggering a terrible event, when in reality, the red stains Draculaura had was simply tomato sauce, as she was eating a tomato at that precise moment. From this point onwards, monsters began to be viewed unfavourable by humans, feeling compelled to move to a place where humans wouldn't see them, a place where it would be possible to break the boundaries of nature. Possibly beneath the structure lies a power source that helps enhance magic. In conclusion, based on the evidence mentioned today, all the elements exist for the crossover between the 3 generations to take place. This is how far this monstrous episode has come. If you enjoyed the series The Owl House, I invite you to check out the video popping up on the screen, where we reveal some fascinating insights about the series. Greetings to all those who commented and interacted with the video, even if they didn't show up. I'm Emmy M, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Farewell for now.